with Dackman Productions and welcome to Grail. So, I've got a special video for you guys this time around. Not they all special, but this is a very special one, trust me. So, you ever have that one thing at the top of your wanted list, your wish list, and very hard to find, very scarce, and you're just about ready to give up, no hope, ain't no way you're gonna find it. Matter of fact, this certain thing that I'm talking about, you would only find in a museum that I wanted, that was on my wanted list. I don't want to give too much away because I want to open this up and show you guys. But I visited the Conrail Museum, and yes, there is a Conrail Museum, by the way, in Shippensburg. I did make a video on that 2 years ago. So when I visited this museum, it's in a Conrail 86-foot high cube boxcar. I mean, how cool is that already? And inside this boxcar, it's a self-guided tour. So the unlocks when the sunlight is out. So it uses the sunlight to unlock the door. Self-guided tour, and they have all this memorabilia in here. And I'm looking around like, wow. Now, before I visited that museum, I had people giving me stuff here and there. They were just going to throw away, or they got it from somebody who's going to throw it away, whatever have you. I've been collecting some things, but after I visited that museum, I'm like, there's a lot of things in here that I want. So with that being said, I set out to feelers. It's like, hey, if you find any Conrail stuff and you're just going to throw it away, let me have it. Please let me have it. Just don't throw it away. So people have been giving me stuff. There's things where I did buy, and they weren't that expensive, like $5, $10 here and there. Just, you know, a few bucks, not much money. But there was one thing that I kept secret that I really, really wanted. And when I went to Allentown, the Allentown training meet, the spring and fall meet, a guy said, hey, Dackman, I think I got something for you. And I stopped in, and he told me that he got a collection. It was from an ex-Conrail engineer who had this collection, and in that collection he had something that he thought I would be interested in, and he told me what it was, and I'm like, no way, this can't be. Because it was something, it was the one thing that I really wanted. That was #1 on my Conrail memorabilia list. And so I started asking questions. I'm like, how big is it? And he told me, I'm like, okay, check box 1. Then he explained what kind of fabric it was. I'm like, check box 2. So far so good. And then he told me that it was actually used. Now we checked off all 3 boxes. So now I was comfortable enough to say, yep, I want it. I couldn't contain my energy. I was like, please let it be. But it sounded like, you know, sight unseen, it sounded like it was the one thing that was #1 on my list of Conrail memorabilia that I really wanted. And he shipped it to me. I paid for it sight unseen, because I couldn't get back to Allentown because of the snowstorm on Sunday. There was no way I was going to even try. So he was willing to take PayPal and ship this out to me. So let's get surprised all together, because I'm still not 100% sure it's legit, but it sounds like it is. Especially if a Conrail, I gotta be careful because of what's inside here. So I'm gonna sort of like lift up the, there we go. There we go. I don't want to give too much away of what we have because I don't even know. And even if it's not real, it's still a cool piece to have. Alright, so I'm hoping that it is real, and it sounds like that it is. I'm trying to, oh my god, it is. No way. Oh my God. I can't believe it. It is. It's it. Alright. Wow. I am so happy. I am so happy right now. You just guys don't know. So I'm gonna take this out of the box. And I'm gonna surprise you guys what it is. I'll put it out here for you guys to look at and all. And I'm gonna warn you guys, anybody who's a Conrail fan, anybody who's at least interested in Conrail, you guys are gonna foam. This is a Conrail foamer's dream that what's in this box right now. It really is. Trust me when I say this, and I'll explain it once I put it out. You guys look at it. And you Conrail guys are gonna be jealous, because I'll give you a hint. There's only one of these that I've ever seen a picture of, but I didn't see it in person. And it was actually donated to the Railroaders Museum in Altoona. So in Altoona, there's a museum called the Railroaders Museum of Pennsylvania. Not to be confused with the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania that's in Strasburg. So those are two different museums. Just want to put that out here. But, oh man, this is crazy. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It's here. It's in my basement. It's going to be here. Oh. Alright, I gotta stop filming myself. You know, I got film on top of film right now. I never, you know, I'm happy. Super, 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 super happy right now. Alright, enough babbling. Let's get this out of the box and I'll show you guys what I got. Alright, so I got my prized possession now out of the box. It's beautiful. And I don't know if you guys are ready for all this Conrailness you're about to experience. You might have a Conrail heart attack from all the I don't know. I just can't believe that this is here, and I own it, and it's mine. It's I can't thank the guy enough from Allentown. Thank you very much for thinking of me when you found this. I thank the Conrail engineer for saving it. I've had other Conrail employees tell me that, you know, when like Norfolk Southern took over Conrail, they made them throw all the Conrail stuff away because they hated Conrail so bad. As far as Conrail memorabilia, you can't top this. There's only one thing that could top this, and I'll tell you what that is here in a minute. Alright, so let's spin the camera around and take a look and see what I'm making a big deal about. Let's go. There it is in all of its glory. And I'm sure some of you are saying, oh, it's just a Conrail flag. No, it's not just any Conrail flag. This particular Conrail flag was actually flown at a Conrail terminal. So back in the day during Conrail years, they would fly these Conrail flags at the railroad terminals and railroad facilities, and this was one of those flags that was really flown and overlooking a Conrail terminal or facility, and it's here in my basement now, overlooking Conrail. Wow. And when he told me the type of fabric that it was made out of, I'm like, yeah, that's for real. You know, because when, you know, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but when you hear certain things, it's like, yeah, right, okay. But when he started explaining, Conrail employee, how big this flag was, and the fabric style, I'm like, that sounds like it's real. Now that I see it, feel it, this flag, like he said, it's huge. It's a huge flag. And they were. Alright, so here I am up against the flag. I'm going to say it's just a little over 6 foot long. So I'm going to measure it out. Oh, wait a minute, it says right here. It's a 5 by 8 flag. 5 foot by 8 foot. This is a monster. How cool is this to have this in my collection? A Conrail flag that was really flown at a terminal or headquarters. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if the guy passed away and he got the collection, or he just bought the collection and the guy just, I'm not sure exact, but I asked him what terminal did this flag come from, and he said he wasn't sure, but he knew it was flown. And it would be nice to have that little bit of extra history behind it. But that's okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm just happy to have this in Grail. A flag that was flown at a Conrail facility. Now it flies overlooking Grail. Just in time for the Conrail 50. How cool is that? And I know some of you guys are going to make fun of me. Dak Man's a Conrail filmer. Look at him. Ha ha ha. Look at that Conrail filmer. I don't care. Make fun of me. Who the hell cares? I'm super happy right now. And you just don't know. But anyway, there's only one thing that could top this off. One thing that could top this flag off. That's if my buddy over in the Purple Hall, and he watches my videos so he knows I'm going to shout him out. I can't remember his name for the life of me. It takes me like 5 times, but I don't know. But I know who he is. He's always in the Purple Hall. And he said he'll see me there. And I will be there. But anyway, in the Purple Hall, there's a guy who sells model trains, who just so happens to own a crane company. And guess what he does for a living? He actually picks up trains that derail, and he's constantly going to this one roundhouse where they're constantly letting freight cars roll off the round table, and he's got to go over there, pick them back up and put them on the track again. And usually it takes like 2 or 3 cranes to do this. He showed me pictures, and it was really cool to see that. But there's only one thing that could beat this, and that's if my buddy who owns that crane company says, or calls me up and says, Dak Man or Sean, I have this guy or this person who has a Conrail SD80 Mac locomotive cab in their backyard, and they just want to get rid of it. And all you gotta do is pay me to deliver it to your house. I'll be like, okay, how much? And I would put that sucker right in my backyard so fast. It'd be nice to have an SD80 Mac, but I would take an SD70 Mac, SD40-2, one of those 3 choices. But whatever, SD80 Mac would be like the premium locomotive cab that I would want. With all the control stands and everything in there, that would be the ultimate. But at any rate, thank you guys for enjoying this Dak Man Productions video, watching me open up this the ultimate, in my opinion, Conrail piece of memorabilia that you can have in the collection. I don't even think the Conrail Historical Society has this flag, because these are not common. It's not like they made a bazillion of these things. There was only so many terminals. Now they did replace flags as they wore out. This one looks in really good condition. If it was flown, it must have been flown at the end of the Conrail era. I mean, it is in beautiful shape. It's hardly weathered. So there are a little bit of weathering on it, but not much. You just don't see these. But anyway, I'm glad you guys stuck around watching me open this up. Again, just in time for the Conrail 50 celebration. I couldn't be more happier. Sometimes things just fall in your lap unexpectedly, and you just gotta be patient. But anyway, we'll catch you guys later. Catch you at the next event, and we'll catch you trackside. Goodbye.